Hello, 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 you guys. Welcome to another episode of Imperfect Peace. I am your host, Queen Priestess Iris Rose. And of course, our chair is still revolving, so I cannot wait to introduce you to our next guest. But before we do that, let's run our intro. I have another beauty with me, one of my other sisters. Hi, Priestess Michaela Love. How are you?
Hello. I am doing very, very good.
I'm so excited to have you today.
Thank you for inviting me.
No problem, no problem. So, speaking of inviting, let's go ahead and invite our ancestors on in the building with our tea light candle. Y'all already know what the bill. Y'all know what it is. Tea light candles. Let's go. All right, ready? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, they ready. They like, girl, where you be?
I was up. I was with mine for most of the morning today. They had me up here cleaning up their space.
Girl, they had me cleaning up their space yesterday. I gave them a double offer the coffee and everything. So they're like, hey, wait,
Right.
hey. So
I make blueberry pancakes and bananas. So
girl, let me know. Okay. All right. So it's time. It's time for happy hour. All right. So y'all, I'm serious. I'm about to come up with a song for real for happy hour. Okay. So happy hour, of course, is when we speak on something that made us happy throughout this week, and we take a shot to cheers. You know what I'm saying? We celebrate. Okay. So if you want to go first, you can go first. If you want me to go first, it's up to you.
well, I'll go first.
Okay.
First of all, you know I don't drink this, so I just had to
Yeah.
pull this. This is part of my little. I think this is the vodka I used to make my Florida water with.
I got you.
It's out from somewhere. But so something that made me happy this week was I was able to reflect and see how far I have come. And I've just been very productive in my business and coming up with new ideas.
Yeah.
So that really made me happy that I was able to get out of the rut that I was in, and I'm back to where I need to be.
Yeah, because I thought like you be asking a bunch of like brilliant ass questions, and I'd be like, ooh, like yes, what's tea like? I wonder. You know what I'm saying? So I can definitely see, your reflections and stuff in your questioning, that you've been asking stuff. Girl, I'd be like, damn, where'd she come up with that? So I get it. I'm so happy for you. I'm really excited. I'm excited about you, period, your products and all that stuff, but we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. My happy hour this week has to be getting through a sciatic flare-up that I was nursing. And it was crazy because like I had to nurse it as well as like do my own social stuff that I had going on. And that shit was brutal. Like it was so painful to like be out and try to look like ain't nothing wrong and you in pain and stuff. Like, oh my gosh. But I made it. I'm here. We're good. The flare-up is semi over. I'm still having little spasms, but I'm thankful. So that's gonna be my happy hour because I swear sometimes, like when I looked at myself this weekend, I don't know how I made it. Like, so cheers. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. Ooh. All right. So I gotta chase that. Yeah.
I didn't even bring mine. See, you know I'm not a drinker. I didn't even bring no chaser. I didn't know that.
Yeah. My bad, sis. My bad. So yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it. So we were discussing before we got on here, we were just talking about a lot of we were talking about a couple of things. And what I really want to get into for the podcast is how, first of all, let's talk about rituals, because I think if we start talking about rituals, then we can start to move into the other things that we were talking about, because I think it all ties into one another. So let's start our discussion on rituals. Now, y'all, the reason why I really wanted to bring up rituals is because somebody on this screen has come up with a brilliant shower meditation ritual. And when I tell you, like, when she mapped that thing out, like, she sent it to me and she was like, what do you think about this? And I was like, oh, this is beautiful. And she, you know, she tweaked it, she mapped things out. And it's actually what we use to for our introductory phase of the free mentorship. We put, you know, the ladies through the shower meditation, and when I tell you, so many people have benefited from the shower meditation ritual. So I kind of want you to go ahead and talk about it just a little bit. I don't want you to talk about it too much because it is something that she offers for sale. So definitely make sure you reach out to her for this specific ritual. When I tell you guys this ritual is life-changing, it really is. And I don't just say that shit. Like, it'll really touch you. So you'll definitely get something from it. So tell us a little bit about your shower ritual.
Okay, so basically the idea came from, of course, doing all this chakra work that we do. And so I found...
See your chakras listed behind you?
Yes, you know, I love the chakra work, okay? So, what really was helping me was getting in the shower and listening to those binaural beats. And I just felt such a connection with the sound, with the spirit. With I'll be in there, you know, praying and saying my affirmations or just doing whatever. And it just came to me one day, and I was like, you know what? If we start divining on the messages, because I would get so many messages. Like, I would be just, like I said, I'd be in there talking to myself.
Girl, yes!
And be like, oh, snap, that's what that is.
But see, that's it's crazy because, like, we, you know, I think I mentioned it on here before, water is the conduit of energy. So, of course, in the shower, it's a whole, you know, spiritual, you know, just the atmosphere, period, in the shower. Closing that door, you know what I'm saying? Lights off. Yes, it's a whole thing.
A whole ritual, in a sense. Yes. Like, I was really doing that, like, every night or every other night, just when I felt like I really needed that come down from work, because I don't know if you all know, but I work with children, so being with those different energies every day, even though they're little kids, like,
oh, it's a lot. They got a lot of energy too. Yeah.
So, like, so yeah, it definitely helped, and I was asked to come up with something that would support the other women in the free mentorship. So I was like, well, this has really helped me. So how can I formulate it to allow these women to get the most out of it? And
I'm so glad you did. Like,
I am too.
Girl, it's beautiful. Like, and the feedback that you've gotten from it, I mean, it's just like, I mean, it varies. It's not, everybody's not cookie cutter. Everybody's not saying the same thing. Like, when you get the feedback or you read the feedback that she's receiving, and I know you'll probably put it on your Facebook and your social media and stuff, but like the feedback that she's getting, of course I can see it, but y'all haven't been able to see it yet. But it varies, and it's like always a good thing. And it's, you know, the ritual is a successful and a beautiful ritual when you have people saying, I'm going to tuck this ritual in my back pocket and I'm going to use it multiple times. I'm going to use it over and over because it has seriously helped me. And so I want to give you so much praise, congratulations, and gratitude, because Like that is huge, and you're offering so much healing to women, and you're helping provide, you know, the guidance for them to do it on their own, which is so beautiful. And I really don't think you've probably seen it that way.
I don't think I have, especially since, you know, that was my first ritual that I've done for other people.
Yeah,
like I've done things on my own and I've seen results on my own, but to do something that other people are really seeing results from just is
your power, baby, your power. Yes, that feminine energy is just all over it. And then like the downloads that people get from these, y'all have to try her shower meditation now. So wherever she is offering it, go pick it up. Okay.
Yes.
Go pick it up.
Type in this name on any social media platform, Michaela Love. Yeah.
And it'll come up. That's right. But she, you know, she doesn't only have, you know, the shower ritual. She also has different products that'll help you with different ritualistic exercises. Because I bought your throat chakra. I bought your, I believe, crown chakra bath. And so when I want to do work on those specific chakras, I use her bath. Now I haven't, I didn't just pour it all in one bath. Like, girl, I was like, because this is powerful right here. Like, I'm gonna save some of it and pour it into another bath. But the downloads and the energy that I received from, you know, your products and incorporating them into, especially like full moon rituals that I do. And my chakra work, like that is incredible. It's really great. So can you like inform people a little more about some more of your products that you have?
Yes, of course. Thank you, sis. So basically my products are Be Aligned is the name, because we gotta be aligned like this. And I have baths and oils for each chakra, and everything that is put into the bath or the oil is specifically aligned with the chakra. So I've read essential oil books, chakra books, and I've picked the ones that I feel best, you know, support those chakras. And I use them myself, of course, and every time I use them, the results are amazing. It's just, I take my spiritual baths. When I do my baths, I put the bath in. I sprinkle some oil in there, light a coordinating color, tea light candle, and, you know, just do what it do. I get my affirmations. Sometimes I might even throw in a Bible verse. Most of the time I do anyway.
Right.
I'll find one, you know, just random. I'm looking through and ancestors will be like, that one's it, and I'll read it and I'm like, you're right. So everything is aligned with the chakras, and you'll definitely get the results. My favorite thing to do probably with my root chakra oil is I love to put that root chakra oil on my feet and go outside and walk barefoot. I love to do that. So yeah, check me out at Be Aligned.
Definitely do, y'all. Like when I say she has so many products that are super beneficial, this is one of them.
Yes.
This is one of them. So I was doing this because I had to tell my son, go get me my Be Aligned product. Okay. And so you can see I've labeled it, but this is the crown chakra, but I want to show your label. My ring light is too bright, but this is her crown chakra bath, y'all. And I haven't been able to use her crown chakra bath just yet. Like I told y'all, I've used the throat chakra one, but I haven't used the crown chakra one because I haven't had a chance to really service my crown the way I need to. So with this new eclipse energy that's coming up, guess who's gonna be using this? Okay, so make sure, especially I would rush. I'm not even gonna hold you. I would rush. I'm sorry.
It's on sale.
Yes,
it's on sale right
and it's
now.
on sale, y'all. I would rush. Okay, to get some of this, and I would use some of this during the eclipse energy. I know this is going to come out maybe the day before or 2 days prior to the eclipse energy, but you can still use it to capture any of, I mean, this is the start of eclipse season, so don't think you just have to wait for this eclipse, okay?
Right.
Eclipse, new moon, whatever, any type of chakra work that you're doing, make sure you pick up some of her products. Go check her out, y'all. Like, when I tell you, I'm not joking when I tell y'all I be trying my sister's products, y'all. Like, don't be. I'm not gonna recommend. Right, I'm not gonna recommend something I'm not trying myself. Okay, she puts a lot of her own energy into it. The enchantment in these herbs, like when you open up the bottle, you can feel the power, and it smells great. It smells amazing, first of all, but you know the power that and energy she puts into all of her products. Yeah, it's just breathtaking. I love your products, so that's why I was like, no, you gonna have to tell it. You gonna have to tell it. Okay, I'm not keep. This is one of my best kept secrets so far, but you know, not really because I be telling people, but you know what I'm saying? Yes. So I really, and you know, I love supporting my sisters, and I love pushing their products. So definitely make sure you order with Miss Be Aligned, okay? So you can be aligned, okay? So you know what? We can transition into the other topic that we were talking about, where you know we do our rituals and we do different things, right? And we plant our seeds, and we don't only do rituals. We do our chakra work, our shadow work, but we plant seeds. We sow different seeds of the different things that we are looking to accomplish, different things we're looking to manifest. And my sister and I were talking, and she brought up a brilliant point. So she stated, and I'm going to quote you, baby. You stated to me, you said, you know what, sis? I can't wait for next year because things are not going to look the way they do now next year. I mean, we might be in the same place, but things will be different. And that struck me because I don't think it clicks to people that way. Because people need to understand, yes, you do manifestation work. Yes, we do ritual work. Yes, we're doing shadow work. But sometimes when we're transitioned and things have transformed for us, we're still in the same space. Like, I'm still in the same abode. I'm still in the same house. You know what I'm saying? But everything is different. Even the energy in the house is different. So I just want people to understand, and we just kind of talk about it generally, like things may not always look, the results might not always look what you imagined it to look. So you kind of have to embrace the result looking the way that it did. You know what I'm saying? Spirit has outcomes that are suited just for us, and our outcomes don't always look like what their outcomes are. So I'm so excited that you brought up that point, because I really think that it's something that we need to really dive into, because the expectations are semi-unrealistic.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and dive into that. What do you want to
I'm going to go ahead and piggyback off of what you just said about the being unrealistic. I had to come to terms with the fact that a lot of the things that I wanted out of life were like TV based. They weren't really realistic. It was just like, my family is, I have a lot of family members, but my family's not very close. So here in North Carolina, it was just me, my mom, and my sister, and my grandma until she passed away. So I didn't have a lot of people to look to, my mom had friends and things like that, but I wasn't all in their business. I didn't have things to look to, as far as relationships and how things are supposed to go. So I'm in TV land. I'm like, oh, you know, the perfect thing. You know, everybody has that Disney princess like syndrome.
So, girl. And look, we didn't get our own princess till what, 10 years ago? Something like that. So
it's like when stuff wasn't happening like that, you know, like I had thought it was supposed to happen in my adult life, I started to get depressed, and I didn't even realize that I was depressed. Like, I stopped going places. I was just in the house, you know. It was just a mess. And so
that's really what I want to avoid, because for our viewers, because of course we experienced it, so we learned, you know, what it looks like for us. But you brought up a good point. Depression, it can depress you when things don't look the way you imagine for them to look. But then when you really actually sit down and you dissect it and you realize, okay, that's where I fucked up, because I thought it was going to look one way, but spirit was like, no, it really looks this way. You are fantasizing things and romanticizing your fantasies. And sometimes these fantasies are not realistic. That's just like, and I'm gonna go here, that's just like porn. You fantasize, and porn is just a big fantasy. But when you actually go into that bedroom to do, you would find that a lot of the things that you see in porn are not satisfying to the female. So, you know, it looks good, it's a fantasy, but it's not realistic. It doesn't give the pleasure that, you know, sometimes that you fantasize about. And that's okay, but you can't be depressed behind it thinking, oh, it didn't work out, or oh, I didn't get what I manifested, or because you're not looking at the bigger picture. You're not looking at exactly what you're supposed to learn from it. So that's why I'm really happy that we're engaging in this conversation, because people need to understand that spirituality is not sunshine, sprinkles, and rainbows all the time. It's just not.
And then sometimes we also, in those fantasies, we set expectations way too high. And then it's like we set these high expectations, but then you still over here looking crazy. You know, you're not really fitted to those standards that you're setting for your person, that, you know, your friendship or your relationship. I had to, you know, me in my relationship dealings these last couple of months, I also had to realize, okay, you know, maybe I also wasn't doing what I needed to do, even though, you know.
Girl, that's self-realization. Once you come upon that self-realization and you realize, okay, I wasn't putting in the spiritual work that I was supposed to, or I wasn't putting in the work that I wasn't adequate in my part of it. That self-reflection there, because you've been on that reflection, that self-reflection there, that can be a heavy hitter, and not everybody can come to terms or can offer themselves that honest reflection. And I think that's important too. I think that's an important place to come, to be able to come to as well, because you can't fully heal, or you can't fully operate in your fullness, in your full self, and your, you know, all of you, if you can't come to terms with the bullshit of yourself. You can't come to terms with the shit that stinks about you. You know what I'm saying? If you look at yourself through rose-colored glasses, you'll never really be able to reach your highest and fullest potential, because you're not objective about yourself. Objectivity to yourself promotes growth. It promotes healing. And it's important. And that's why my sister's like, yo, I've been reflecting hard on myself, and she's been asking questions. And that's why I'm like, yo, her line of questioning, not only has she triggered reflection within herself, but her line of questioning is starting to trigger reflection in those around her, like us, her sisters. So I appreciate you for that, because not only are you taking a deeper step to look at yourself, you're like, hey y'all, are y'all looking at yourselves too? Hey, this is the question of the day. You know, this is the question. Now, are y'all looking at yourselves? And we need that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love having the sister circle that we have, because we push ourselves to healing. We push ourselves to ask the hard questions. And you've been the one that's been asking the hard questions for the past like 3-4 weeks. And you've been having us really look at ourselves. And we've all been in a state of reflection and in a state of, we're starting to sow our own seeds again.
Right.
So, it seems as if we're sort of distant from each other, but we're not. We're still closely connected. And honestly, I'm really honored, and I'm about to cry. I don't know why. I do know why, but I'm really honored because today is our anniversary of our initiation, y'all. And oh my God.
It was so beautiful. That's
what I'm saying. Like, it was so beautiful. And just thinking about the energy, it just brings it. My eyes are welling with tears.
Yes, I told you, I was reading my journal, beside me in my little room. I was reading this and I was like, oh my gosh, it was like the things that I was getting through mediumship in this book. It was crazy. And I had some further reflection. I was just like, that's why I said, like, I might be in the same space physically, but spiritually and mentally, I'm not. Like, and also what I was saying earlier about me being more productive, like during my happy hour, I was being more productive. I was just thinking about how like at this time is where I'm reaping the benefits of all that work I put in.
Yeah.
And like, this is the time for me to realize that it's working. Like, even down to, girl, I was always late for work, right? That was always my.
And you on time now, like
I be on time every day. I was on time every day before I went out for my surgery, and I was just like, oh my God, look at me, like.
Yeah, but it was so funny, y'all, because she would be so frustrated with herself, like. She would be like, y'all, I can't get to work on time to save my life. And then before she even knew it, she transitioned that and she turned that thing around. And then when she started to do her reflections, she realized, oh shit, I've been at work on time for like the longest, like, I don't know.
Early. Yeah. Like, early.
She been early, so she had like time to plan and everything, y'all. Like, she been telling, girl, I've been seeing it. Because you be in that chat 5 a.m, Grand Rising. What's up, sisters? I'm like, damn.
I be up early, and so even with the me being out from work, I'm still getting up. Like, I could have their dad get them together while I'm healing, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna keep getting up because I have to go back to work eventually. Yeah. So I don't want to fall back into that pattern. That pattern of being sluggish, waking up late, and all that, because I've been doing so good, and I'm so proud of myself. And I'm just like, even the simplest things, as far as me even having my morning ritual, my morning routine, getting up, doing my Ori lesson, my yoga, meditation, like making sure I do all of that in the morning just makes my day go by so much better.
Speaking of which, we can go back onto the ritual topic. Morning rituals are really important, you guys, because they set the precedence for your day. And when I tell you, this girl right here, the head cleansing ritual, the head blessing ritual, she knows by heart. That Ayama Van Zandt, tapping the power within, she knows it by heart, okay? And so it's beautiful to see her doing it during our church services and stuff, because you are the one usually who volunteered to do, the head blessing. And when I tell y'all, I'm like, damn, she be like knowing that, like, she recites this, so you can tell that it is an intricate part of her morning ritual. And so that's, I said all that to say, morning rituals are really, really important to setting the precedence of your morning. My morning ritual looks different from hers because she does the head blessing. I started at some point to do the head blessing, But then, you know, I got to a point where I'm like, okay, I don't like putting water on my head. And I just got my hair done, y'all. And I be like, I'm gonna admit it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be transparent. I'm that one. I'll be like, yo, I can't put water on my head.
Yeah, you know, I'm a little bit more laid back. You know, I'm not really that girly.
I'm girly. I'm like,
my earrings. But that's why I had to lock my hair back up because, you know, like getting hair, I was like,
Girl, I'm thinking about keeping this. Like, I think I'm thinking about starting because I doing some reflection. Thank God to Snapchat too. But I realized literally for 3 years consecutively, I've had this hairstyle in October. 3 years. This marks year 3. So Spirit is trying to tell me something. Like, I think you might want to start that journey. Yes. So I'm considering, and I said, well, maybe I'll do it next year. And my son's like, Mom, like, are you really thinking you gonna wait and you gonna hold it off? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so. So that might be the next journey for me, you know. That might be the next seed that I sow, because of course our crown holds so much energy within itself. But just the lock journey itself is its own spiritual journey. And shit, we can go down a rabbit hole for the, you know what I'm saying, the topic of locks and, you know, what it means spiritually.
You know, when I started my locks.
When?
At the end of July, when my tower moment finally came.
See?
It was just like one day I was just like, you know what? I'm about to lock my hair back up. And I stayed up all night doing my hair.
See? And Priestess Jasmine that was on last week, she did her own locks as well. So y'all, I think my sisters are, you know, we are all a reflection of each other. I really think my sisters are telling me something. So I'm excited. I'm gonna continue to think about it, continue to contemplate over it. I'm gonna divine on it, but I already know the direction that they're like, girl, pull the trigger, stop playing with us. So yeah, it's just nerves for me. But I think once I get over myself, that's the biggest part, getting over myself.
There is a rough stage, but girl, that's why we got head wraps. I mean, come on. That's what I've been wearing before. I just did my hair like the other night. And head wraps, honey.
Yeah, you're right. So my sister basically just told me without telling me, ain't no excuse. So
nobody has to know what's going on up under there.
I appreciate you. Yeah, and you're right. So that is a journey that I guess we shall see upcoming for me.
I think a lot of self-acceptance also goes into that journey, because your hair don't always look like this, and so you have to come to terms with the fact that you gonna walk out that house and you might look a little rough, you know, when between the retwisting and things like when they're short and, you know, it's a lot of you know, I'm still me, I'm still good, and it doesn't really matter what anybody else thinks of my hair, because I am going through this journey, through this transition, and when they pop, they gonna pop. Okay,
right. So I'm getting there. And like you said, it is a self-confidence thing. I'm excited about it. Like, I'm not nervous or anything. I'm really excited because I know I really do believe that, you know, it'll be a beautiful thing for me, not just the edification of myself, but I just think that the journey period, I think it'll just mark certain things. And Spirit just gave me a download when I said that. So I think after I come out of this next phase, this next transition that I'm going into, and I'll further explain to you, sidebar, when I come out of that, I think that's when I should begin my journey. So thank you, because you really just unlocked something up in here. So thank you for that. But sis, it has been so incredible having you on today. I so appreciate you like explaining your products, explaining your shower ritual. Y'all make sure that you go and support my sis. My sis is really out here killing it, especially energetically with her products. Like I said, and you can like, I don't even know if y'all can see the color. Look at that purple in there. Like, yeah, like the intricacies of her products is just amazing. It's out of this world. So please make sure that you go support Be Aligned and Get Aligned. And not to mention, because she be sleeping on herself when she be mentioning stuff. See?
Yeah, but that's the town chakra.
Yeah. So if you are in the North Carolina area, I know that her products are in stores. So
oh yeah, I forgot about that.
See what I mean? So she be sleeping on herself. So what stores in the North Carolina area are your products physically located, so you can go touch it and everything, y'all?
Yes, definitely. In my little town of Rockingham, North Carolina, at the Fifth Dimension store, and also in Aberdeen, North Carolina, at the Flowland store. Both like metaphysical type stores, smoke shop, all that good stuff. So you can get your shoppers aligned and get your relax on, because
that's right. That's right. So my sister is not only online, but my sister is in stores. So you guys know her products are everything, okay? She is in metaphysical shops. So make sure that if you are in those areas, you go frequent those shops and go get her products, because her products are absolutely amazing. Again, sis, I really appreciate you for being here today. Thank you so much. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for you.
I can't wait to do it again.
I know. Thank you for just being you, not only here, but within the free mentorship. Y'all, she spreads herself thin. And I mean thin, okay? In the free mentorship.
When I get off of here, get these girls ready for 9 o'clock.
See? So just thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for how you support women and men, because we have men in the program too. Thank you for just how you support your spiritual community. And I just want you to know that your life is about to be just truly abundantly blessed for everything that you do. The seeds that you have sown are reaping its harvest. We are in our harvest season.
You about to make me cry.
And I just cannot wait for you to really reap your true harvest, the harvest that you are truly deserving of.
It's coming. I know it. I can feel it, because everything is coming, and I just had to go through that little time, and I'm coming out of it. And
you look beautiful. Your energy, your aura, everything about you, you're glowing, sis. You are. So with that being said, you guys, we are going to wrap this episode up. Thank you all for joining us for this episode of Imperfect Peace. And I think we have a very, very what is it, like a surprise or like a good episode coming next? Because this episode was bomb, but the next episode, sis,
it's gonna be lit.
So I can't wait. So y'all have to wait. We already know, but y'all have to wait until next week. We love you guys. Thank you guys for joining us on Imperfect Peace. Bye.